Alright, so when you get to the login screen, you want to log in with the email and the password that you have and click login. When you get to this screen, you'll see that there are a bunch of different colors and different letters for each color. Those signify what course or level those concepts or skills are from. The M stands for middle school. The A here stands for Algebra 1. The gold yellow is geometry. Green is Algebra 2. That's the A2. The red is your pre-calculus. This gray color is calculus. And then this charcoal color is computer science, which is something new that I have seen in the past. So this is the screen you get to after you log in. Up here at the top, where it says create edit, this is where you can create an assignment. So I'm going to click on create a standard assignment. Over here on the left hand side, we need to give our assignment a name. I'm going to say solving systems of linear equations. You can select the periods that it's in. So I am currently solving systems of linear equations in my Algebra 1 classes. So I'm going to click the hours that I have Algebra 1. So I'll click 3rd hour, 5th hour, and 7th hour. You can choose to post the assignment immediately so the kids can get into it right away. Later, you can just come back and decide when you want to post it. Or if you click on a specific time, you can click on a date when you want it to be available. I am going to be out on Friday, so I am going to change the date to Friday. Then you have skills, which we're going to come back to in a second, and then the due date, so when you want it to be due. I am giving to them on Friday, so I'm going to give them all weekend to work on it. It'll be their assignment. So I'm going to be due on Monday morning. You could add a late day if you want. They'll just take off points for being late. But the big bulk of what you want to do is under the skills tab here. So this is where we add the skills or the concepts we want our kids to be practicing. So over on the right hand side we have all of the different colored boxes. The top where it says year, this has all the different courses that are available. I'm going to uncheck them all because I'm only worried about Algebra 1, and then I'm going to recheck Algebra 1 because that's what I'm looking at for my students. So I'm doing systems of equations. So I'm going to first start with systems of equations graphically. You have all of these different options that will pop down after you click on the main title. So you can click on the plus. That adds it over here into the skills. But if you click on the actual wording, it'll bring you to a screen that gives you practice questions of what the students may see. So like this is telling us to graph the system of equations. So the students, you can actually even try it out yourself to see what the students would have to do. So to graph this top equation, you would put your click and put a point at -8. And the slope is -1/2. So if you go down 1/2, you should get your line for that top equation. And then our bottom equation starts at -4. It has a slope of 1/6. So you need to go up 1/6 and put our point. And then the solution right here is -6, -5. So when they plug it in, they need to put in parentheses -6, comma, -5. And then they can click submit answer. It'll say, are you sure this is what you want to submit? They will click yes. Green check mark means they got it right. So let me show you another one. And I'm going to get it wrong to see what it tells you. So -6, instead of going up 3, I'm going to go up 1/3. A lot of kids will make that mistake. Then the other one starts at 2, and they're going down. So here, this is the wrong answer, but we're going to plug it in and see what happens. You're going to plug in 6, -4. So it is important that they plug it in parentheses, because if they do not, it'll count it wrong. I'm going to click submit. Yes, I'm wanting to put that in. And the red X means no, you did not get that right. It'll tell you the solution right here. This is what you had. This is what they had. If you click on show question, it'll show it again, see what you did. Let's go back to that screen. So I like that graphing by system. So I'm going to click on this green button to add those over to my skills over here. So now that it's one of the skills, they're going to have to practice. The required here is how many problems they have to get correctly. I'm going to change it. The default is always 5. I'm going to change mine to 4. Then you have penalty. So if they get it wrong, it takes points off. I do not want to take points off if they get it wrong. Just if they get it wrong, that means they didn't get that one right, so they're going to have to do another one because they have to get 4 total correct. If you click on this more drop-down menu, you can click on show an example. I always like to show an example in case they get stuck. They can see an example to help them through the process. And you can change the weight of it. I always leave that as 1. I don't weigh them differently. And then how many attempts they get. If they just get 1 attempt, then if they get it wrong, then they're done. They move to the next problem. If you give them 2 attempts, if they're wrong, they can go back and try to change it. I usually just give them the 1 attempt and then let them move on to the next problem. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to add, you can click on all of these different things and see what they look like and add whatever you want. I'm going to go over here to the systems of equations algebraically. I'm going to click on, let's click on Elimination Level 2 to see what those ones look like. So these are the types of problems you would see. I'm going to click on a new one to see what that might look like. Okay. I'm going to go back. That one's pretty good. I think I will add a couple of those. I'm going to put in 2 of those ones. And I'm going to put no penalty again because I don't like them to have a penalty. And then let's just go add some, determine the number of solutions. Oh, I like this one. We actually have these type of questions on our test. Just by looking at it, can they say how many solutions it will have? So here's what one question may look like. Here's another one. I want them to be able to look at a problem and see how many solutions it would have. So I'm going to make them do 5 of them. And I'm going to put no penalty. And I would add more things normally for myself. They have word problems that you can put in. So if you click on the word problems, there's different skills there. But once you have everything you want in the skills section, you're going to click Create Assignment. And it will say that the assignment was created successfully, and you click OK. So that is an assignment that your students will be able to do. So if you go back here and click on Create Edit, if you click on Edit Assignment, that assignment will be in here as one of your assignments. These are some ones I've done previously with my other classes. If you click on the Solving Systems of Linear Equations, we're back to where we were before. You can change due dates, you can add skills, change how many problems they need to do. And that's pretty much everything you need to know. You can click on Student Data over here, and that'll give you different data on each student. I have classes in here already with all their names and stuff, so I don't want to show you guys that. But you can click on that, and you'll see different data. Okay. And then once you have everything created, you just have the students log in themselves, and then they'll click on that assignment, Solving Systems of Linear Equations, and then work their way through it.